going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 68 of our Watford career mode, and today we start our final season here at Watford, and what a journey it's been, and what a journey it will continue to be. Now, we are going to first set our lineup, how I feel the starting 11 would look at this moment in time, and I believe it's mostly set. We said it last time around, so this is how it would be. Jonathan David and Hernandez, the front two, and then De La Feu, Decore, Emre Can, Sarr, Heinrichs, Militao, Gomez, and then Reguilon sitting in front of Rui. Now, we are in a good spot in terms of squad. We are going to look at a couple of things today. A couple of players we may move on, and hopefully we can, of course, bring some players in. We've been looking around at a couple of players. I'll show you. We'll start from the bottom. One of the players I've really looked for. Where did I start? I believe I started in midfield, as we might look for a midfielder here. Fabian, Tolisso, Goretzka, Tielemans would be a really cool one. Valverde, Rabiot. We're looking for a left-sided player as well, or Oyarzabal. I keep messing that name up, and I'll mess it up for the rest of my life. Vinicius, Goncalo Guedes, and then Sancho is on the list. The problem with Sancho is I put him on the list because it looked like he was going to be free, but then he signed a contract right as the summer turned. So, yeah, 140 million for Sancho would be a little bit much, and then Gnabry, who can also play on the left. So for the moment, we've got midfield, left wing, right back is also a place. I looked a little bit at Ricardo Pereira, Hakimi, who can play right back, where I'd probably play him, and then Cancelo as well. I mean, they don't need so many right backs, City, do they? You feel? And then Pereira is just a proper good player. And then there's some players on the list from a while back. So we have opportunities here. We have a lot of money, 156 million pounds. And then we're also going to go to the squad here and put a couple players on the block, players who we are comfortable letting go. It was Heinrichs, mainly because we might bring in a proper good left back. Heinrichs has been so good. We bought him the first year, but he's been getting massive, massive bids. He got a 40 million pound bid as the year was ending last year, if you guys remember. So we're okay letting him go. In midfield, I believe Kana he's still on the transfer list, so we'll see. Harvey Barnes, we are probably going to move on. He hasn't been that great for me, 24 already. And we may be looking to bring in a really, really good left winger. And I believe that is mostly it. Danny Welbeck, who's joining Levante in a moment. And then Luis Suarez, we can finally add to the transfer list. We couldn't last year. He went away on loan. It was very strange. But this episode and next episode are going to be very liquidy. We're going to just be kind of moving with it, how it goes, making changes as they come along. And hopefully everything goes okay, and we go ahead and find what we need to find as we get through this first day. This first day is always the most difficult one, or the slowest one. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. Midfield, left wing, and then right back, I think are the three spots we really want to go. And I think since it's our last season, we might as well go big and bring in some really proper good players and see what we can accomplish. As this is our last season, we want to win everything we can. We're going to need some good players. We're going to need some depth. It's just going to be one of those things, as a transfer offer does come in for Heinrichs, and it's a 38 million though from Tottenham. I don't necessarily want him to go to Tottenham, but let's delegate this. We'll start at 49 and go down to 38 is what they offered, so we'll see what happens there. But it looks like he's probably worth around 40 million pounds, so that may be the most we get for him, but for the moment we might as well delegate that just a little bit. Glad we're aligned. Harvey Barnes is glad to be sold on as well, so we'll see how it goes. We may get a little bit money here. We're going to auto replace everybody. This is the preseason, as long as nobody major gets hurt also, so we may want to change that around, but we'll see. As Atletico get a 1-0, nobody got hurt. That's all we really want. That's all we really want early on here. But we'll set up our training as soon as everybody comes in. And we're all set to move forward. As we got two things in here. Loan offer for Liang. No, he's not going anywhere. And Chelsea have offered for Decore. We are not getting rid of Decore. We'll reject that. And then we'll reject our Liang bid. So yeah, as we were saying, this episode is going to be more liquidy, more talky. And then we'll get to a point where we're comfortable. And then, you know, we'll end it and see what you guys think. And then we may do another round of this sort of thing going forward. Next episode is Bayern beat us relatively easily there. I thought we were going to contend a little bit more with these teams, but they are so far showing us the ropes as they beat us rather easily. We're already knocked out of this tournament. Loan offer for Liang and an offer for Badiashile, who's a really good player. He's not going anywhere. 7 million we paid for him. I paid a lot early because I didn't want to mess up not bringing him in. And he's been worth the money since, so it's okay. It was okay to overpay originally, £7 million, but he's grown into a proper good center back. Jetson Fernandez, a £40 million bid. Another offer for Badiashile. Jetson Fernandez is a really good option for us. He will not be going anywhere either. If a midfield, I don't know about midfield. I don't know if we'd even move anybody on. Maybe Emre Can if a really, really good bid came in, but I don't think anybody's gonna move on. There's just gonna be a little bit less playing time for somebody. McKennie's been a really good player to have around, but he may be the one that moves on to the reserves and off the bench. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We of course have to get those players in first, which I may go for right now. We may go in for left wing, as we do beat Dortmund, which is good. But we may go in for our left winger right this moment and see if we can bring someone in. Interest shown in Rabiot, who is a good option. Transfer offer for Reguilon is going nowhere. Left back is a place I think we're pretty good. If a really massive bid came in for Reguilon, maybe we'd go for a left back, but I really like Reguilon. He's really good, so I'm not thinking about it. But I am thinking about a left wing option, or I'm actually thinking about a midfield option. One player that really, really would be really cool to bring in, though Tielemans can't go anywhere. Fabian. I wish I could bring in Tielemans, but Fabian is also someone who really would be really cool to bring in. Between 80 and 100 million, though. Do we go out of our way to bring in a really, really good midfielder? I can't remember the last time I paid this much for a player. 110 million for Fabian. What are we offering here? 87. They really, really want 110. Oh my god. £96 million for Fabian. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever spent this much money on a player. But he just intrigues me so much. He can do so much. Crucial, of course. That's what we were hoping for. 4 years. This is our last season, so we got to go all out. And bringing in a player of this caliber is what we're looking for. He wants a release clause of 168 million. I guess that's okay. And he only wants £120,000 a week. I really thought he'd want a lot more, considering he was just on 175. But there he is. There he is. We may have to move on a midfielder now. Let's get Chan out of there and bring Fabian in, and then Chan can come up. That's probably how it's going to go. Fernandez, the issue is I only want one of Chan or McKennie on the bench because Fernandez is kind of like that attacking midfielder I can bring on. McKennie and Chan are more the physical kind of midfielder I can bring on. But what a signing. A lot of money. A huge money signing. But it just is what it is. What is the great work for? Brand exposure. That was rather quick. They just bought him in and everything went flying after paying £100 million for a midfielder. Now I don't know what to do at the left side as an offer comes in for £100 million. Wow, this would be a straight swap. He's not going anywhere though, is Malyasar. 96 million is a lot of money. That is another huge chunk of money. If we could have gotten like 130 million like they thought he was worth, and that would have been enough to bring Sancho in too, but that is crazy money. 74 million. Oh no. I didn't want to sell McKennie, but McKennie is realistically behind Chan and behind Fabian and Decore. We're going to see what that comes out to. But 74 million is a ton of money. A ton of money. We said we were going to get some huge offers this year. We knew we were going to get some huge offers for some of these players. I did not expect that, though. That is an absurd amount. We're going to see what Barcelona say if they go up from that. But Bayern have offered 33 million for Heinrichs. See, he's worth between 36 and 53. We'll see what Bayern say. We're still waiting on Tottenham as well. This is why this episode's going to be so liquidy, because we're just we're kind of getting things in, moving things out. It's very much a day-to-day thing depending on how things go. As Hoffenheim offered 20 million for Harvey Barnes, we're going to delegate that. And we'll see what they say. I'm comfortable letting him go, especially if we're going to bring in another left wing. Crazy, crazy money. We are working with crazy money this offseason. Crazy money. Oh, they did not. Barcelona have moved on. That's okay, because I like McKennie, but that price, that is an absurd amount of money. A crazy amount of money. Teams keep offering in for Liang, but I want Liang around here. Homegrown. Our last season. We're going to get him some games. 31 million. An agreement for Heinrichs at 44 million. We're going to let them both go at that rate. Heinrichs can go. Barnes can go for 31 million. And Heinrichs can go at 44 million. Heinrichs has been a really good player for us, as we've been saying, but that's the only area that could use a huge overall upgrade, and it looks like we might be able to get it. We're going to see who we bring in it right back. Hakimi was someone I was really looking at. Who is Declan Mason? Another goalkeeper. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Declan. Another homegrown. But some of the money being thrown around here, it's pretty wild. But we have the Community Shield coming. That'll be next episode, as things have just been flying along here. So what we're going to do here is wait for... That's the Community Shield. Wait for what we're going to do. Notifications. Alright, here we go. There are bigger games ahead, lad. Barnes has been sold. Heinrichs has been sold. He's been loaned out. Chelsea have received or have offered 29 million for Ricardo Pereira. Alright, so now we are back to 133 million. And we are going to do one more transfer before this episode ends. And then next episode we'll do the Community Shield and some more kind of transfers. But I think we're going to go right back here. Cancelo. He's 28. Hakimi's These are all really good options. Genuinely good options. But Cancelo has been at Manchester City for a long time. 67 million, though. We're going to go with Hakimi, I think. We're going to go with Hakimi. Between 38 and 57 million. He's going to cost 30 or so million less than Cancelo. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can bring him in. Offer a transfer fee. We'll go around, we'll just start at 40. See what they say. They want 55. Pep. Always hoarding wingbacks. Pep. We'll go to 45.9. They really want 55.9. We'll go to 50.9. Come on, negotiate a little bit with me, Pep. 52.1 I'm comfortable with. And we have ourselves a proper good right back. Let's negotiate this. He can play on either side as well, which is nice. As if there's a long-term injury to Reguilon, he can play left and we can just move Max Aarons to right back. We'll accept him at his important role. 5-year deal, why not? We'd get him through our prime. Disregard release clause. Now, what kind of money does he want? He's currently on 120 a week. Just going to offer him 100 and see what he says. 2 million. 2 million signing bonus. You guys always get on me about how big my signing bonuses are. And he's fair. £100,000 a week. I'm comfortable with it. We spend huge money. You pay huge wages. It just is what it is. But when you're chasing everything, it is imperative that we do so. And Hakimi is now... Troy Deeney, make sure you ain't going anywhere, pal. Hakimi's now our right back. So we've moved 2 players into the starting 11. We're probably going to look to move 1 more. De La Feu can play anywhere across these front 3. What an option. He's going to be off the bench. Or I could theoretically play him here, but Jonathan David was just too good last year to not play here. Fabian, he is a proper good player. A proper good player. But we've bought in some really good players today. We'll see what we can do going forward next episode. We still have 80 million to spend. It's just a lot of money. It's just a lot of money, and there are some good wingers over here. Some really, really good wingers. Oyarzabal is a really good player. Vinicius Jr. He'd be proper good, wouldn't he? Oh my god. Well, I'm going to have a think about it. I'm going to have a think. Next episode, we'll get this left winger in. Guedes would be a really... They're all good options. They're all just really good options. Next episode, we'll have ourselves the Community Shield. We'll have a think on left wing. 74 million. 68. These are all going to be incredibly expensive. Least expensive is Oyarzabal, but I worry about saying his name. So we'll see. But that is going to be the end of this episode, guys. Next episode, Community Shield, final transfers. And that'll be that, guys. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.